All right, y'all, so consider this a bonus step, but it's also a very, very, very important step within the marketing process. So in this video, this is the step before step one, right? I'm gonna say this again, this is the step before step one. And why is that? Before you start full on going out to market, you need to make sure your central hub is in place. Now, I can only imagine I tell you what to start posting, what to start getting out there, what to start saying to people, all that other good stuff. And then people do the most important thing that everyone does. And I guarantee you do the same exact thing also, right? Right now, if I was to, matter of fact, I'll give you an example. Along with this video, again, I'm just going around the trends right now, right? You have this stuff going on with Diddy, right? And again, I'm just throwing this out there because when you hear that name becomes a trend. When you start doing what you're doing, your name is going to get within the algorithm for becoming a trend. That's what you want to do. When you become a trender, when you heard the name Diddy, you probably went online, and if it's not you, someone you know, I can guarantee you, someone that you know that has watched the documentary or whatever, I still haven't seen it or whatever, but either way, someone that you know has probably went online, looked it up, or they probably been seen on a timeline that the name Diddy has popped up, and they probably said, what is this? And they probably did research, or they probably went on Netflix, whatever it is that they want to go do. Either way, when you're starting to get out there, people are going to look you up first. So first and foremost, you got to remember going into this, people, if they do not, and this is where a lot of people trip up when it comes to anything with making money, they do not want to enhance themselves, maybe change or tweak a little bit of what they're doing. But you got to remember, you have the ability to make thousands of dollars every single day. So I want you to realize that, and what ball game you're stepping into. This is the game of finance. Because you're in finance, you need to look trustworthy. And because you need to look trustworthy, number one, you have to take care of Social Security numbers. You got to take care of W-2s. You're looking at people's income, people's family members. You're looking at people's bank account information. You're looking at the most important things that Americans have in this world, or in the U.S. You're looking at the most important things. So it's important and imperative for you to know that your central hub needs to be set up. Now, this is how I was introduced to this back in 2017. It's called a central hub. When your name starts to get out there, people are going to look you up, right? If you're getting a tag or testimonial, someone's posting you, etc., they're going to look you up. It's one of the first things. So I recommend utilizing the medias that you already have. If you want to create another media and then funnel everything to that media, honestly, nothing's wrong with it whatsoever. But you got to remember, the ones that make the most money, because it's about making money, of course, right? The ones that make the most money and the most impact are the ones who turn off the caring about what other people think. If they're not bringing money into your pockets, I'm going to say this again. If they're not bringing money into your pockets, paying your bills in your household, making love to you, literally anything that's something that is not attached to you, you need to let it go, or let it go of thinking about what they care about, what they're thinking about, because it does not matter. At the end of the day, whether you do it or not, they're going to have their opinions. And whether you do it or not, you're still going to have to pay for your bills. So while you're in this game, I'm going to tell you exactly the same way I went about it. So fixed up my social media first. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. This is your central hub. Right? These are the main medias as of right now, at least in the recording of this video, that people go on to check for other people or see what's going on with them, to see about if they're trending or if there's anything going on with them, any stories, etc. So they're going to go on their Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. So have these four medias, whether you have them or not, at least two or all four of these medias you want to have. But at minimum two, and I'm telling you that because there's traffic on each, right? If I talk to you one by one and I'm having a conversation with you, I'm educating you, that's just one person receiving it. But if I speak into the camera and I put it on social media and I got 2,000 followers, at least 10% minimum is going to see that. 200 people are going to see my post. So you want to do the math just like that, guys. So social media has to be set up. So here are the practical steps to do so. And again, we're going to do this within person. We're going to do this on our calls, etc. But step number one is audit. So your biggest thing, or your next step, or your first step, is to go through the last 60 days If you're real relentless, you're gonna go back at least 90 days. But going back 60 days, and again, this formula works because we've done it in multiple businesses. So go back the last 60 days, right? Audit it. When you're auditing it, you're making sure you're looking for things that if you had $1 million inside of a bank account, would you transfer that $1 million to you where you are right now, what your social media looks like, from keeping it the way it is? If you wouldn't give yourself $1 million, this is not even no game right now. Because again, this is where there's a young lady I helped get up to 100+ clients. She stopped because she didn't want to change what she was doing. And again, listen, kudos to you. If you don't want to change, you're going to be, you're silly. Your income level goes stagnant, right? That young lady started to say, look, I'm going to go look for contract levels and how much more I can get paid from doing the same people versus going to get more people, which makes no sense because more people always brings in more money. But either way, you want to make sure you go through the last 60 days, figure out if you would not give yourself $1 million. I want you to create your $10 million you. If you would not give yourself $1 million right now for what it looks like, something needs to be changed. So number 1 is audit. Number 2 is erase and replace. I'm going to say that one more time. Erase and replace. Erase anything that's non-trustworthy. Now, what do I mean by non-trustworthy? And again, guys, don't feel alarmed because you're going to get this on a live call or in person with me also. Non-trustworthiness is meaning, let's say you're just sharing posts, right? You're going on someone's page and it looks like all they do is spam all day. Spamming looks like all I'm doing is sharing other people's posts all day. You want to stay away from doing that. And if you have done that, you want to make sure you take that post down, archive it at least. Wait till after tax season and put it back up. If you want to look like a funny person, right? Nothing, no harm, no foul. If you do that during tax season, you'll make less money. If you don't do that during tax season, I'm going to show you exactly what to post. Because it's not just about putting only tax stuff up there. That's not where we're going with this whatsoever. You just want to make yourself look trustworthy. Now, I'm going to show you that in the next video also. But erase and replace non-trustworthiness. So he's smoking and he's drinking that fun, crazy parties. And again, we're going to be posting fun, a lot of fun stuff, but doing a lot of stuff like that, again, it looks untrustworthy. If I have $1 million, will I give it to you based on what your central hub looks like? You want to come in with that mentality. If you got questions on that, feel free to ask ASAP. I'm here to answer your questions ASAP. I'm serious. There's not bad question. As long as you're implementing, there's no bad questions, right? So erase and replace. And number 3, you need to add and upgrade. Add and upgrade. What does that look like? Profile pic. If your profile pic is going to be the first thing someone sees when they look you up, they're going to see your profile pic. So make it look a little something. It don't have to be a professional, with a backdrop and all that other good stuff. You could be outside in nice scenery. Nice photo, nice jacket, nice something, but you want to look real nice. Again, you want to look as if you're someone that would pass that $1 million to. If you do look like that, the money will flow your way. But profile pic is number 1. 2 is bio. Your bio. Again, I'm not telling you everything needs to be changed. I'm telling you within your bio, you need to put, I help with taxes. I give tax advice. I'm here to help you with your taxes. Contact me ASAP, DM me, etc. You want to make sure in your bio you put in there that you're doing some form of taxes. Because if you don't put it in there, you have 100,000 people look at your page this month. All them people could have been potential money, or some, at least a little bit of it. Even 1% of that portion could have been money for you. But you'll miss out on it if you're not telling the people what you do. So profile pic, bio, and at least 10 posts. We're going to go over the 10 posts in one of the next videos. But guys, again, this is the step before the step 1. So if you got questions, y'all make sure you reach out ASAP. But don't let it stop you from moving forward. Do the audit, erase and replace, and add based on what you at least think. And we'll go over it together. I'll see you soon.